Little wise, wise replies. Welcome to KidSay.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to KidSay, the show where we turn big questions into fun family answers. Remember, if you have a big question you want answered on the show, you can send it to us only through the KidSpace Stories and Music app, available for free on the App Store and Google Play. That's where we collect all the amazing questions for KidSay, and who knows, yours might be next. I'm Ari, your friendly guide, and today we're looking up, way up, because today's question is, why is the sky blue? That's a question kids have been asking for generations, and honestly, it's a really good one, because when you look up, it kind of does seem like the sky should be clear, right? After all, space is black. Clouds are white, so where does that blue come from? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about sunlight. You might think sunlight is just plain white, but that's only how it looks. In reality, sunlight is made up of many different colors of light, even though our eyes blend them all together. If you've ever seen a rainbow, then you've already seen sunlight split into its parts: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Each of these colors travels as a wave, and different colors have different wavelengths. Red light has long, stretched-out waves. Blue and violet light have shorter, tighter waves. Now here's where it gets cool. As sunlight enters Earth's atmosphere, it hits all kinds of tiny particles. Things like air molecules, oxygen, nitrogen, even bits of dust or water vapor. And when light hits these particles, it scatters, like a flashlight beam hitting a cloud of mist. But not all colors scatter the same way. The shorter the wavelength, the more a light wave bounces around. That means blue and violet light get scattered the most, especially by the gases in our atmosphere. This effect has a name, Rayleigh scattering, named after the scientist Lord Rayleigh, who figured it out more than 100 years ago. So okay, blue and violet get scattered the most. But wait, if violet scatters even more than blue, why isn't the sky violet? 2 reasons. First, there's not as much violet light coming from the sun compared to blue. Second, our eyes aren't very good at seeing violet. In fact, most of us barely notice it at all. Our eyes are much more sensitive to blue, so that's the color we perceive most strongly. And that's why the sky appears blue during the day. Now let's go further. Have you ever noticed that the sky changes color at sunrise or sunset? That's still Rayleigh scattering at work. But now the sunlight has to travel through more of the atmosphere because the sun is low on the horizon. More atmosphere means more scattering. And by the time the light reaches your eyes, most of the blue and violet light has scattered away. What's left? The longer wavelengths, like red, orange, and yellow. That's why sunsets glow with warm colors. The blue has been scattered out, and the reds take over. Here's another cool thing to think about. The sky doesn't just reflect blue. It's more like the blue light is getting sent in all directions. When you look up, you're not seeing light coming from one place, like a spotlight. You're seeing scattered blue light coming at you from every part of the sky. That's why the sky looks blue everywhere, not just around the sun. This also explains why the sky looks lighter blue or almost white near the sun, because that's where all the scattered light starts to mix and overlap. Now, what about outer space? If you've ever seen photos from the moon, you'll notice something strange: no blue sky. It's black, even during the day. That's because the moon doesn't have an atmosphere to scatter sunlight. Without all those air molecules doing the Rayleigh scattering dance, the sky stays pitch black. So yes, the blue sky is something unique to Earth, thanks to our protective, life-supporting blanket of air. To sum it all up, the sky looks blue because sunlight is made of many colors, and blue light gets scattered the most by the air around us. Our eyes are built to notice that blue, and that's why we see the whole sky painted in it. And you know what? That means every time you look up at a blue sky, you're actually watching the sunlight bouncing off tiny air molecules. Nature is basically doing a little light show just for you. If you've got more big questions about the Earth, the stars, or even your own body, send them in through the KidSpace Stories and Music app. That's where we collect every question for KidSay. Until next Sunday, keep looking up and keep wondering. Today's answers were brought to you with help from NASA's Climate Kids, Britannica Kids, and the National Center for Atmospheric Research.
That's it for today's episode of KidSay. If something made you wonder, that's a good thing. Big questions, little thoughts, even the weird ones, we love them all. So if you're curious about anything, open the KidSpace Stories and Music app on iOS or Android and ask us. It's free, and it all starts with your question. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking.